Hello students, welcome back to my channel. In this video I am going to share brief idea about the conductometric titrations. Generally, conductometric titrations involves the determination of endpoint by the measurement of conductance, whereas volumetric titrations involves the measurement of endpoint by the identification of color change. These conductometric titrations can be classified into four types, namely strong acid against strong base, strong acid against weak base, weak acid against strong base, and weak acid against weak base. Moving to the first titration, that is strong acid against strong base. Here HCl is the strong acid, whereas NaOH is the strong base. Initially HCl is taken and its conductance is measured. HCl is having high conductance because it is a strong electrolyte which dissociates completely. So after measuring the conductance of HCl, each time 1 ml NaOH is added to HCl and the corresponding conductance will be measured. Here, whenever 1 ml NaOH is added to HCl, time to time few H plus ions are being replaced by Na plus ions. With the result, slowly the conductance decreases since H plus ions are fast moving, whereas Na plus ions are slow moving ions. So slowly the conductance decreases after reaching the end point. If we go on adding 1 ml of NaOH, then here after neutralization we added NaOH, so it releases Na plus and OH minus ions. Here OH minus ions are fast moving ions, hence again after reaching end point the conductance slowly increases, and that is evident when we draw a graph between volume of NaOH and conductance. So it yields two straight lines and the intersection of the two straight lines gives the end point. Moving to strong acid against weak base. Here the weak base is NH4OH. So initially the conductance of HCl is measured. It is a strong electrolyte and hence it dissociates completely. So its conductance is very high. Each time when we add 1 ml of NH4OH to HCl, then what happens? NH4 plus ions replaces H plus ions, whereas H plus ions are fast moving ions, hence the conductance slowly decreases. This happens until the end point is reached. After reaching end point, if we go on adding NH4OH, then there will be no change in the conductance. Why? Here NH4OH is a weak base. It dissociates to a lesser extent. Hence, after reaching end point, even though if we go on adding NH4OH, there will be no change in the conductance. So, as we draw a graph of volume of NH4OH against conductance, initially the conductance of an acid is very high. Its conductance slowly decreases. After reaching the end point, there will be no change in the conductance. Hence, it is the end point. Coming to the titration of weak acid against strong base. Here, acetic acid is good example for weak acid. Always remember, weak acid dissociates to the lesser extents, hence its conductance is very low. So to that weak acid, when we go on adding 1 ml of NaOH each time, then what happens? It releases more and more number of Na plus ions and also facilitates the dissociation of acetic acid, hence slowly the conductance increases. After reaching end point, if we go on adding NaOH, then it dissociates completely and releases the fast moving OH minus ions, hence there is a steep rise in the conductance. So if we draw a graph between volume of NaOH and conductance, here it is a weak acid, hence its conductance is low. Slowly the conductance increases. After reaching the end point, there is steep rise in the conductance and this is the end point. And finally moving to the titration of weak acid against weak base. Here acetic acid is a weak acid and it dissociates to the lesser extent, hence its conductance is very low. Slowly when we add 1 ml of NH4OH to the acetic acid, the conductance slowly increases. After reaching the end point, if we go on adding weak base, so it is weak in nature, it will not dissociate further, hence there is no change in the conductance. And hence if we draw a graph between volume of NH4OH and conductance, because acid is weak, so its conductance is low and slowly the conductance increases. After reaching end point, here the base is weak, hence there is no change in the conductance, and this is the end point. So these conductometric titrations are associated with several advantages over volumetric titrations. Conductometric titrations provides accurate results and it is best suitable for dilute solutions, and there is no need for indicator, hence no keen observation is required. And this conductometric titration is best suitable for weak acid against weak base, since there is no suitable indicator to identify color change in volumetric titrations. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.